Season's greetings, everybody. Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So, welcome to day 2 of our 2025 Advent Calendar opening. Before we dive into this, though, a few things. First, don't forget that we are in the final stretch of our 2025 Toys for Tots fundraiser. The final day will be December 4th. That is when the fundraiser will be shut off, and then me and Uncle Britt will go shopping for the youngins. Now, we are at approximately 72% of our funding goal, of our fundraiser goal. We are roughly $50 shy of reaching our mark. Now, even if we don't reach the goal, we are still going to be taking that money and going out and buying toys for the kids. It's not like Kickstarter. It's not like an all or nothing. We will take what has been donated and we will buy toys for the kiddos for the holiday season. However, if you have the means, I would ask that you consider donating. Realistically, if everybody watching this donated like $1 or $2, we would probably hit our goal with no problem. Now, if you would care to donate, there will be a link to the coffee page right there. Or if you don't want to leave YouTube, click the thanks button below this video, and any funds raised that way through the thanks button will be carried over to the fundraiser on the coffee page. Also, check this guy out. That is Jada Toys' Frosty the Snowman. That is today's figure video. Time that you're watching this on Tuesday. The algorithm has completely buried this guy because it's not what I normally do. But I kind of love this guy, and he is so much fun. He is so adorable. He is so fun to play with. There are some great accessories and some other great, like the head sculpt and the other hat and everything. We got Abracadabra down here. Honestly, if you are interested in Christmas figures, if you have any relation at all towards the Rankin and Bass holiday movies, which is what he is based off of, check this video out. Link to that right there. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I really did. Now, as far as our advent calendars go, we have our Harry Potter Lego advent calendar right here. I went with Harry Potter because, like we saw with Harry yesterday, I really like the kids with the ugly Christmas sweaters on. The City advent calendar, and honestly, pretty much all of the other ones didn't really do much for me this year. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter, but it does seem like Harry Potter has some lean into the holidays, into the Christmas season, just from some of the things that I've seen from movies, from some of the other Lego sets that I've seen. So I went with this one, and I think we're going to have some fun stuff that comes out of that one. Now, around the corner right there, we have our secondary advent calendar that is 71 Years of Terror advent calendar. It is a completely unofficial Godzilla advent calendar that I can't remember where I found it, but it was like $20. And if you were here yesterday, you saw the kind of things that we get with it, like little shrinky-dink chibi Godzilla kaiju ornaments for the tree. It's kind of ridiculous, but they're also kind of adorable. So we'll see what we get with that once we go around the corner. But first we're going to start with this one, and we have door number 2 right here. So let's crack open door number 2 and see what we get. Since we got the minifigure yesterday, it's pretty safe to say we're going to get a build today. And it looks like it is the brick build of the owl. I think the owl, I have some knowledge of Harry Potter. My niece is a huge fan. Isn't the owl the one that brings your letter to you when you come of age? Isn't that the deal with the owl? Let me put this together and we can talk about it in a minute. Okay, here's our owl, and it's not bad. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know much about the owl, so like I said, in my limited knowledge of the franchise, this was what flew the letters out, right? The owl was. His name is Hegswith? No, not that. I forget what his name is, but it's not a bad build. Is this also a nod to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Because I think there are some more beasties that are builds for the Advent calendar. I know nothing about this franchise. So we're going to set the owl down right next to Harry, since those are really the only two things that we have. And speaking of Fantastic Beasts, let's come around to here to our Kaiju calendar. And here we go, 71 Years of Terror Advent calendar. We got the strings right here that I couldn't use because these fingers aren't good at manipulating fine objects like this. So I ended up just putting a hook through the ornament yesterday. So these go in order. Whoops, pan up. These go in order. Let's open up door number 2 and see what it is that we got. Not only do we have to go through the door, we have to break through some plastic. And we have... This is... I'm not even kidding. This is the same Godzilla that we got yesterday, I believe. Hold on, let me go get yesterday's ornament. Okay, so they do look like they're mirroring each other. They are basically in the same pose, but they're not the same Godzilla. These are two different eras. This one is a little bit more green than this one. This one has more of like a gray look to it. Also, we can see the back spines on this are more white, whereas these ones are just sort of tinged, like maybe his atomic breath is powering up. So these are two different eras of Godzilla. They just look so much alike. But this is today's Godzilla right here. And honestly, I can't tell which era these are from at this size, at this scale. I almost want to say, like, is this Destroya? The Godzilla that fought Destroya? And this one... No, this one's not Millennium. I can't... The proportions are throwing me off. I honestly can't, like, figure out which is which, because this one could be the one that fought Destroya, or this could be 80s. To me, anyway. Like, it's hard for me... All I know is these are two different era Godzillas, and I kind of love them, to be completely honest. They're small, they're ridiculous, but I do kind of love them. I hope we get, like, Earth Godzilla out of this as well, like Godzilla Earth. That would be insane if we got that one. Now, coming back around over here, tomorrow will be day 3. Please come back. Join us again tomorrow. As I mentioned yesterday, this is my favorite holiday tradition on the show. This is my first holiday tradition on the show. As a matter of fact, I started doing this when I was just posting on Instagram before I even started this YouTube journey. So I've been doing this for a while. I love the Advent calendar openings. I loved Advent calendars as I was a kid, and I am very, very happy that you all come to join me for this tradition every year. Like I said, check out Frosty. There will be there was a card and link earlier. There will be a link in the show notes below. Also, come on back tomorrow. See what we have for day number 3 of Harry Potter, day number 3 of 71 Years of Terror. And until tomorrow, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, Merry Christmas.